Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia. Uh, this is the summary for day 47 of the Ukraine war or Russia super special operation. Uh, this is for the 11th of April. And let's start off with, the experiment is still on. Please help me press the like button. I think I will be able to give you a report, I think tomorrow or the day after. So please help me press the like button. And then I will do an exclusive video just to do the update. So I will not bore you if you are only interested in the summary. So coming back to missile strikes. So Russia strikes Staro-Konstantinivka air base. So they claim that using air and sea-based missiles, they have destroyed one ammunition depot and a secured hangar with Ukrainian aircraft. So how they know that there's actually a aircraft in that secure hangar? You can make your own guess. So you can see that this is actually an air base with a lot of secured hangar. You can see it's like there's protection around it. I think there are some underground ones, like sheltered one. You see like this one. So and like this one, you see this is under like a hobbit house kind of thing. So they destroyed another aircraft. Not sure what aircraft is that, and that's just make things even more worse for the Ukrainian side. So moving on to, let's say, where should I go first? Let's go south. So Mykolaiv Front. There is no news regarding the southern front. No news regarding these commandos. If they still don't do anything meaningful, I'm going to delete them from the map. And then apparently fighting is still at Alexandrivka as well as also Korivka. So the Russians are still trying to fight for these two positions. They haven't really got it yet. And further south, along the sea, the Russian this is a Russian Defense Ministry. They reported that the Black Sea Fleet frigate shot down a Bayraktar type UAV. So basically, I just gonna call it Bayraktar TB2. It shot down by two missiles from the shitty anti-aircraft missile system is shitty, so they need to fire two. And then so they say that this UAV is conducting a recon mission of the Black Sea Fleet ships as well as the coastal and ground combat positions. So this is rather curious, because why would you want to know anything about the Crimean Peninsula, the distribution of forces, unless you want to do something about these people here or these positions here? So very suspicious, which means that there might be a case where the Ukrainians might want to launch their own missile strikes against the Crimean positions over here, or they might want to send commando raids like these guys, maybe more effective ones than these very quiet people. A Sukhoi 27 is shot down over Snelnikov, or Sinelnikovo, in the Dnipro region. To me, this was a bit of a surprise because it's a bit far. But when I actually measured, this S300 has a range of 150. So you can see that if there's a S300 in Bilmark or in Tokmak, then this aircraft is actually will be in range. So you can see moving all the way. They might even be struck down somewhere close from Izyum Front. Although that's a little far, a bit stretching it. And you can see that the most likely launch position of the missile is likely to be in this south of Zaporizhzhia region. So this is shot down by a surface-to-air missile. You see, Russian air defense. So this is also another information by the Russian Defense Ministry. The information about the war is getting a bit scarce, a bit really hard to get. So it's going to be very heavy on the sources from the Russian side. So you have to, just get over it. If you feel that this is very pro-Russian, there's there's nothing I can do about it. So there is this tweet saying Zolohiv near Kharkiv is liberated. So this is actually a kind of a misnomer, because Zolohiv has never fallen to the Russian side. It had always been a Ukrainian stronghold. So instead, I actually read this as a connection with the Kharkiv Front. So they managed to relink with the outside Ukrainian forces after being sieged for the past many weeks. So finally, they linked up and kind of lifted the siege kind of mentality. No idea about all the Russian forces around here. There was this very propagandish talk about how the Ukrainians destroyed 12 kilometers long wharf of convoy. My opinion is that is fake news. That's misinformation. You should know by now the Ukrainians will take advantage of anything they can use for propaganda. And if they have destroyed 12 kilometers worth of convoy, I bet they're going to send out five different UAVs and or drones to capture the entire beautiful footage of burning vehicles. But we did not see that, so that's you can just assure that that's fake news. Anything that the Ukrainian claims, you can be assured that there must be some kind of footage or photos that they can milk for propaganda. So if you did not see it, it does not exist. That's just how it is. So there is a talk about the Russian forces being spotted. Let me see where. I forgot where's the location. Somewhere I forgot where. So they are moving south, and so they are, in my opinion, they're actually moving towards Izyum. Izyum. So I think they are spotted at Veliki Bulok. So likely is from the Russian side. Through Russia go down. They are going to go down via Kupiansk and all the way to Izyum, likely to reinforce this front, as the push here seems to be kind of stalled because of rather intense Ukrainian defense. However, I also like to show you a video that came out from the Russian source, which is rather interesting. It's actually a drive. It's actually a drive down this road. They actually go past this is actually a footage of Kayamka. So they actually drive down here through the open field, and then you can see then the forest start to appear, but it's not so green because it's still just started to be spring. And then you can see the villages. You can see, later you will see this small road that they will get past, and you see they go down this road, and you can then have a kind of a feel of how the battleground is like. So let me pull out the footage. So you can see this is the open field that I mentioned about, and then you see the forest, but the forest is not so green, right? Because they just came out of winter. The road condition seems decent, a little muddy, and you can see how open the ground is. So this is actually open warfare. Like you see, you can see the burning tank, and there's another tank over there. I'm not sure if that's working, and there's another vehicle over there. So it is an open ground, perfect for maneuver warfare, and you can see how sparse the buildings are spread out in Kayamka, which is why it took some time for them to actually capture this town, because it is not so easy to capture this place because of all the distance and the open nature of the terrain. So it's very easy for your vehicle to get struck by anti-tank missiles. So, but somehow the Russians seems to be traveling really like a breeze down this road, very safe. And this, I think by this point here, they are actually out of the road already, out of the village already. So this, I believe that at the end of this footage, they are around this area here, or maybe moving up here. So this highway is actually rather muddy. So despite this a yellow line, calling themselves expressway, this is nothing like the expressway we get used to in the very developed cities. So just I thought this interesting footage to show you the kind of the terrain that they are fighting in around Kayamka here. I think around this region will be a little bit different because of all these small little mountain ranges, the ravines. So with ravines means there's a lot of high points you need to take, and that makes the life a lot more difficult. So that's Izyum Front and Kharkiv Front. Moving on to the Luhansk Front, there's a footage coming out from Rubizny that the Chechens is actually entrenching themselves in the city, preparing for any counter-offensive. So the actual this squarish rectangleish border is just anecdotal. This just don't take this seriously, because the truth is there is no clear line of where is the border now at this moment. So there's no idea. We don't really know where exactly the fighting is. So this is just for sure to know that the Ukrainians still have access into Rybizny. No other news regarding all the entire other fronts other than they're actually still fighting. No news about the pimple, the acne of the Luhansk Front, Popasna. No news regarding here. No news regarding all these things. I think this fighting has been a bit overdue. I'm going to delete it soon for this Kalinov one soon. And then moving further south into the Donetsk Front, there's no news regarding all these places as well. So you can see that the Ukrainians are actually still holding very well in terms of this entire front line in the Eastern Front. There is no news regarding the Zaporizhzhia Line. So in case you are new to the channel, I named these 4 towns as a congruent defense line called the Zaporizhzhia Line. Basically, these 4 towns holds the key to the survival of the entire Eastern Army, because if any of these 4, it means the Russians can actually move up and capture this road, and this road is actually the supply line from Zaporizhzhia all the way to the Eastern Front. And without this road, then resupplying can only come from Dnipro. But once you lose this line, it's very easy for them to capture Horivka or Saslivkivka, and then you will actually lose the other line here on the southern line of the Dnipro line, and then you're only left with Pavlograd. And above this line that went through Pavlograd, there is actually no more main roads for reinforcement. As you can see, there's only small roads which the Ukrainians can use, which is not very efficient. So they have to use this. They have to keep this main road open to reinforce the Eastern Front. This is why this Zaporizhzhia line becomes so important. But it also seems that the Russians are not seems to be so interested to actually punch northward, because they doesn't seem to actually focus a lot of the fight around this region. So where else? We moved here. We have done this. Okay. So now to the main subject, Mariupol. So a lot of news from Mariupol. So let's start off with the 47 ship crews. That, if you do not know, there's a few ships, commercial ships that was being held ransom, not held ransom, but actually held as hostages. Some say human shields, and they are blocked by the Azov battalion from leaving port. So, and after discovering this, the Russian and the DPR forces made an attempt to rescue them, and all 47 crews are safe. Bombs are this is actually bombs. Bombs are planted on the ship, and I think the Russians have already cleared it. So I think 3 of the ships have now left port, I think, with maybe all the 47 crews, from what I last saw on one of the Russian sources. So I also have a video to show regarding this one. So this is actually footage. I'm not going to go through all 3 minutes. Basically, the Russian official military reporters coming to the not Azov, Mariupol port, and then they actually come over to the ships. You can see some of the crews, and then they interview one of the soldiers here. So I think there's a floating mine, if I'm not wrong. There's a floating mine, and then they interviewed one of the crews that was uh, being held hostage. I think more of them. I don't understand what they say, so no bother. But he looks very happy, and you can see the Mariupol port area doesn't seem to take a lot of damage. Maybe because it's really too open, so no one is hiding around here. And you can see the Z on this van. Looks like they are being rescued. The crew rescued away. Maybe bring them to safety, away from the war zone. So they picked up their stuff and leave with the Russians. So another poor 47 souls adopted by the Russians into somewhere. So, and there's also news that by Pushlin, which is the leader of the DPR, that the port of Mariupol has come under the control of the DPR. So as a result, this entire blue area is shortened further. So now they are totally out of this entire port area. In fact, for footages to be able to be measured here, for 2 kilometers, I can actually cut it very far. And if I cut it very far, then this entire area might actually be totally cleared off. So I didn't do it yet, but looks like that could be the case. Let's just do it. Forget it. Let's just do it. So maybe they are just going to be around here, living in the jungle here or the forest. So around 2 kilometers, yeah, away from the port. That's about it. So this area from the even the Russian analysts have wondered about if any Ukrainians are still able to survive in the Primorsky district area here because of how much territory that have been cleared. And personally, I also think so, that this little piece of land here looks like they are just going to surrender soon. So then let's move on to where should I go? Okay, so 160 Ukrainian soldiers reportedly surrendered. So they left the Azovtal plant. So some of the people, I think there's a map shows that 160 is actually from here. I didn't indicate because I wasn't sure where. And then after that, I saw the information from the Russian sources, this Intel Slava, that the 160 actually surrendered at Mariupol port. No, Azovtal plant. So they surrendered at the Azovtal plant. So, and this is actually repeated by a few Russian sources. So I believe this is rather accurate. So I put the icon here. And furthermore, this is where the very controversial thing starts to come. So Basurin is actually the defense minister for the DPR, the Donetsk People's Republic. He said that there's no more point to storming the underground fortification at Azovtal, which is this area here. So they say that it is necessary to turn to chemical troops. They say that the underground floors, it makes no sense to take this place by storm, because you can put a large number of soldiers and the enemy will not suffer losses. So they say that this defenses, this fortification is impenetrable. It does not make sense to sacrifice a lot of troops. So therefore, at the moment, it's necessary to deal with this issue by blocking this plant, finding all the exits and entrances. And they say in principle it is possible to do this. And then after that, he thinks that maybe chemical troops will be able to find a way to smoke the most out of the barrows. So notice, smoke the most out of the barrows means they are not planning to kill them, but they want them to evacuate the underground region. So I heard the underground here is ridiculous. I think like don't know 13 stories or how many stories. So more than 10 as far as I can last saw one of the members say, one of the DPA members say. So what he say does make sense. I don't think it's necessary to actually storm it. If you can find a way, maybe you just throw a lot of tear gas into it. Maybe they will all just give up and come out. I have no idea. So, but it looks like they are totally not interested to send troops in to sacrifice their lives unnecessarily, because a lot of the walkways and the path might all be booby trapped. And then we had this ridiculous turn of event after he talked about maybe using chemical troops. Like clockwork, the Azov battalion immediately claimed the Russians used chemical weapons. So let me just read. So there's a victim of a poisonous substance of unknown origin in the city of Mariupol. So it's funny that they say city of Mariupol because they are totally not in the city. And then they say that the contact with civilians with the substance is minimal. And then they say that the epicenter is actually a certain distance from the people and then closer to the military. So they say they cannot investigate the scene due to enemy fire. So they say the Russians are firing to conceal their own crimes, which is rather curious. So, and then I thought the Russians would be more accurate, if you actually, to be honest. So anyway, then they say there's a soldier in moderate condition and two other under constant medical supervision. I actually didn't see this video, and then so maybe I should go and check out where's this video. I didn't see this. Then they say that there's an elderly woman with the worst condition among the affected civilians. So it's interesting that they actually talk about civilians in where I have no idea. I have no idea where they actually find the civilians, since they are all trapped mostly in industrial area. So basically they say the enemy used poisonous substance or potent poisonous substance. Okay, that's some broken English. Mainly the suffocating type. And then due to the complete blockade, they actually wanted to do toxicological analysis. So the moment they want to monitor the condition of the personnel and possible consequence of poisoning. So very, very nice composition, making them look like they are still holding some meaningful territory around here. And then there's one rumor saying that there is a drone carrying some kind of a chemical thing that got shot down over Azovtal. This is just a rumor. I just have a glimpse, and then I cannot find the tweet again. And then on Twitter they are now accusing so among the Twitter, the pro-Ukrainian source, they are accusing the Russians of using phosphorus. So I just want to say this kind of symptom has no correlation with phosphorus. Phosphorus is basically like fire, like a fire that cannot be extinguished. And so this has totally no connection with phosphorus. So we have both sides because of this claim about maybe they read this and they think maybe they want to use chemical weapon, and they started to make up stories. So this make up some unknown stories. I don't know what is this. And then the Twitter and the outside world outside of Mariupol make up another story of using phosphorus. And then phosphorus is not exactly a chemical weapon. If you ask me, it's just another weapon. So it's just that it is quite evil because it causes burn injuries that is very hard to heal. So that's that. Very interesting. And then there's also what I didn't put here is that there is also a tweet from the Russian sources talking about flooding. They are actually trying to flood the underground parts of Azovtal, but I cannot verify this. basically the tweet talk about like they have started flooding at around 10 something in the night or something like this. But I can't verify this. I haven't seen anyone else talk about it. I didn't see any sources talking about flooding of the underground of Azovtal. So a lot of conflicting and complicated informations about this region here. So I just gonna leave this here. You can make your own conclusion. And then there's an epic Hollywood movie scene around here. So fighting. So I put this as fighting reported north of Illyich Plant. So I just read. This is from the Ministry of Defense of Russia. On the April of 11, the remnants of Ukrainian troops surrounded in the territory of Illyich. They use Illyich Plant made an unsuccessful attempt to break out. So up to 100 Ukrainian soldiers on armored vehicles tried to fight their way out of the plant and leave the city in the northern direction. So basically, based on this, I basically decided that it's likely to be around this road, or it could be this road. I don't know which road. I'm just gonna leave it here. And then the Russian side basically used air strikes and artillery strikes and smashed this breakthrough attempt. So reportedly 3 Ukrainian tanks and 5 infantry fighting vehicles and 7 other vehicles are destroyed, and up to 50 military personnel are killed. So the other 42 surrendered, dropped their arms and surrendered. So this is another interesting attempt. It's interesting to also see that they actually still have so much vehicles, and they all have fuel to actually try to do this meaningless escape. I think they don't watch my channel. I don't think there's internet there, so they did not know that this northward push will be 100 kilometers away. So it's rather futile. So it's interesting that they didn't manage to go very far, and they actually just got all destroyed. So let me see if we can see if there's any fire. This is not planned now. I want to see if we can actually see. This is Mariupol. You can see there's a fire around here. So the fire around here likely to refer to this maybe this northern push. So this northern push is likely, so it's indicated around where I put. So it's just around this junction here. So maybe this is where they got hit. They got destroyed by the artillery and the airstrikes. So very interesting thing. And then there's also another rumor about another 100 Ukrainian soldiers have surrendered, but I actually did not know where they surrender from. So I haven't indicated, but I saw that tweet, and I'm not sure if it's related to this. And there's also very funny that there's another Russian source or two read this as 1,500 strong. This attack is actually 1,500 strong. So I don't think that's practical. I don't think it's 1,500. So I think this defense ministry report of up to 100 makes a lot more sense. So 1,500 is freaking scary. If you ask me, 1,500 people just rush out. That's like a World War II kind of, or World War I kind of assault. So basically, this is the summary for the day of 47. So thank you for watching until now. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And you haven't liked, please press the like button. In terms of comments, if you can go on to comment. I will try my best to reply. If I did not reply, it's not I did not care about you, but it's getting a little humanly impossible to actually reply to everyone. There's I think 2 days ago I tried to reply, and it took me 3 hours just to reply as many as I can. So it is just so much time. So do pardon me if I didn't reply or even like your message. Usually I will if I do see it, but do pardon me if I didn't. and I will try my best to read whatever your comments. So don't angry with me if I didn't. And please press the like button. The experiment is still on for another 2 days, and then I will do a report soon. And thank you for watching. Check out all the description, all the links in the description below. There is the Telegram, there's subreddit, there is Discord. They are all for different purposes. And then if you like to talk about politics and geopolitics and everything else, join the Discord. That is definitely the right place to go to. And if you want to support me with your hard-earned money to make it my hard-earned money, please become my Patreon. And I will see you in the next update. Asia! Emotional damage.